Did you know that we have people that have traveled from far away to be here? Thank you so much. We have 34 states, plus Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico here. We have people that have come from Canada, 4 Canadian provinces, 11 foreign countries. Good for them. Who is from another country? I am. Thank you so much for coming from so far away. We have a very exciting, but at the same time, long day today. So have a lot of coffee because I hope that you will not miss one bit of it. It starts now, 8. And the first panel in the morning, a wonderful panel, again put together wonderfully by Ricky Robinson. Thank you so much. So she will tell you about this morning panel, which is a privilege really to have here such great speakers. And then the lunch time, it will be a very short lunch from 1 to 2 p.m. During the lunchtime, those who are enrolled in the graduate school will have an opportunity to meet and greet faculty and each other. The ICDL Graduate School is a dream come true from Dr. Greenspan. And it's an online program, so they don't know each other. They know by in their virtual room. So this is a great opportunity for them to get to know each other face to face. Those who are not in the grad school, get a lunch quickly, and hopefully you can have a time to watch the posters, but you will have another opportunity to come back and really talk with the presenters of each of the posters later in the evening. At 2, from 2 to 5:30, we will have, which is something new this year. We call it the DIR Floor Time Afternoon Discussions. And this was actually a way, as Stanley would say, open and hidden agenda, a way to give you an opportunity to meet the wonderful DIR faculty. There is no one person that can really replace Stanley, but we do believe that with collective leadership, with all this wonderful faculty, we hope that together we will be able to carry his legacy. So in the afternoon, we will have 8 concurrent seminars. And let me show the first video, because this comes back to this original idea of Stanley of this interdisciplinary model. Could you show the first clip?
Those who are interested to meet with colleagues from so we have a reception right after the afternoon panel, and that will involve all the different professional groups, and there'll be signs up in different rooms so that you can meet with colleagues. And if you want to, don't like your colleagues, you're welcome to go to any other professional group. So it'll be completely flexible. Feel free to chit-chat whomever you please.
Yeah, flexibility was one of his favorite words. So we do have these 8 concurrent sessions, one on research that will be led by Josh Feather, who was moderating the panel discussion yesterday, and is for those who are interested to know more how we are moving forward that strategic area of studying better the DIR floor time model. So I will have Rick Solomon sharing his research design. It will have Josh Feather talking about how he's collaborating with other projects, and so on. There will be a good panel. In the program, there is the list of speakers. There will be another one led for occupational therapists or other professional disciplines that want to watch how occupational therapists integrate the model. That will be led by Rosemary White and Beth Austin. Then there will be one on language and communication, led by Seema Gerber and Sherry Kahn. There will be one on infant mental health and parenting, led by Jerry Costa and Rebecca Shamon. There will be one on feeding intervention led by a very nice group. Diane Cullinane helped to put that together. Then there will be one on music, therapy, drama, art. It's a very nice, very interesting, very new discussion. There will be one on psychotherapy for older adolescents and adults, led by Laurie Jean Peloquin. And I'm missing one. Maybe I'm missing one. I don't have the program with me. Education, of course, that's the biggest panel, led by Monica. Monica, where are you? Monica did an amazing, Monica Osgood did an amazing job. That is the biggest panel and probably will be in the biggest room because she pulled together, I don't remember how many DIR schools who basically organized themselves to share with each other how each of those schools are working to integrate the model. So I really have met very few people with organizational skills, and Monica, she did a wonderful job. And that's an area, education, on how to integrate a developmental model in education. Very interesting. So that's the afternoon, and we do hope that, we expect actually, that after the afternoon panels at 5:30, you come back here to the atrium level, where you will have an opportunity to, as I said, walk and read and talk to the presenters of the different posters. We will have nice popcorn, and you can have a drink, chat with your friends, and then at 7, at the same time that you have the poster, there will be also 2 book signing events. Elaine Ho, who is somewhere here, she is the director of Autism the Musical, the HBO documentary, and she also wrote a book, a very nice book that just came out, I See the Moon, and she's the mother of a child with autism, and she shares in that book her journey and describes how she met Dr. Greenspan, has a beautiful chapter. The whole book is just beautiful. So she will be signing her book. Elaine, hi, please stand up. Yeah, she has been done a wonderful job disseminating how parents can do so much for the children in collaboration with all professionals. And then Georgia DiGangi, who I don't think is here yet, but she will be here this afternoon in one of the panel discussions. She also has a book, and she will be also doing a book signing event there. So, and then at 7, from 7 to 9 p.m., we were very fortunate. I don't know if Jerry Wurzburg is here. She's the director of a new documentary, Riches and Jabberers, that has got very good reviews. And she very generously offered to do a screening, a special screening of the documentary today from 7 to 9 p.m. It's a journey, a story of 2 men in their 50s with autism, with severe communication impairments, but really a testimony to humor and how they do have a lot to say, although they struggle how to say it, but it's a beautiful documentary. So with that, I would like to show the video clip that hopefully will inspire you to open the morning panel led by Ricky. If you can show the second video clip.
The areas that we will be recommending change from existing traditions in the guidelines in terms of overview principles will be, one, we will be recommending that we take a functional approach to assessment, diagnosis, and intervention as opposed to simply a syndrome diagnostic approach. And the reason for this is, I think, straightforward and simple. Many of the developmental disorders we deal with, particularly the autistic spectrum disorders, but many others, at present, current state-of-the-art knowledge, we do not have an underlying unitary etiology, a cause. And we really don't have evidence for a unitary disorder. What we have more evidence for at the moment is that the autistic symptoms is a final common pathway for many different kinds of problems. So, for example, we see the children who regress between 18 months and 3 years of age, as you were hearing about this morning, they may be very different biologically. There may be an autoimmune mechanism, or it may have to do with other hormonal interactions. That may be very different from a child who's born with a variety of constitutional problems. For example, a child who's born with very low muscle tone, who's very underreactive from day one, and who doesn't really get drawn into the engagement and is clearly having a hard time learning to be purposeful and intentional, and doesn't walk until 16, 17 months, is very lacking in the social reciprocity and problem solving by 14, 15 months. That may be very different from a child who's motorically on time, or beginning to imitate some sounds, saying a few words, repeating letters and numbers, and then at 24 months, all of a sudden, in a rather semi-acute way, not exactly acute, but over the period of a couple months, begins getting more self-absorbed, losing language, more hypersensitive to touch and sound, and therefore more self-absorbed. Maybe very different, yet at age 3, both children may look like they share certain commonalities, i.e. being having self-stimulation, perseveration, but yet very different pathways. We know that many children with Fragile X or fetal alcohol will share some of these symptoms at age 3 or 4, others will not. So if we're not dealing with a unitary syndrome, but many subsyndromes, at the moment, the most accurate way is to look in terms of functional capacities and functional problems. There's a problem with receptive language. There is a problem with pre-verbal gestural communication. There is a problem with visual spatial processing, etc. Without going through the way we conceptualize those, if we look at each functional area, we know what the profile of the child then is, and then we can also plan the intervention to support functional strengths and to help the child both remediate and bring in compensatory areas. It also has implications for the way we evaluate programs and evaluate interventions. Do we evaluate an intervention based on whether it reverses autism or whether it helps with different functional areas? So I think this has rather serious implications, and it's an issue that hasn't been dealt with head on.